A5. Hashtag Daylight Life. Hashtag Time, usatoday.com. Hashtag First TV A5A. Text, USA Today. Nation. Permanent daylight savings time? Politicians keep trying to make it a reality. Crystal Nurse and Jeannie Santucci, USA Today, published 1:41 p.m. Eastern, March 9th, 2024, updated 2:51 p.m. Eastern, March 9th, 2024. Americans are yet again preparing for the twice-yearly ritual of adjusting the clock by an hour, and a group of politicians are sick of it. Florida Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio have used the upcoming time change to remind Americans about the Bipartisan Sunshine Protection Act the U.S. Senate unanimously passed in 2022 to make daylight savings time permanent. The bill was reintroduced to the U.S. House of Representatives in 2023. Scott said in Florida, a release, the bill is supported by both lawmakers and Americans. Article continued below.
Oh, right. Nason, I'm sorry. When I said that in the video that you just saw, it made me think of Janet Jackson. I don't, Rhythm Nation, that's where it came from. Nation, we are apart. Anyway, but yes. So, as far as the daylight savings time situation, yeah, quite frankly, quite honestly, yes, it would make my connection time with my love easier during this time that we are separated by an ocean, a small ocean, but an ocean. No, it's an ocean. But during this time that we're separated by an ocean, and until now, I kind of just thought that everywhere around the world did daylight savings time, and everybody, whenever that time would come, they would set the clocks back or set the clocks forward. Everybody would spring forward and spring and fall back and fall. And I remember years ago, I actually spoke with my best friend since I was 19. He was 20. And he said, no, I don't do that. And I was like, what do you mean you don't do that? And I have respected his position of not. This is something that I love and respect about him. He does not follow the crowd. He does not do what the crowd does just because the crowd is doing. He's like, if it doesn't make sense for him, he's not going to do it. And I totally respect that. I do. And I didn't realize, but there are places, not only around the globe, but there are places right here in the United States that do not use daylight savings time. And Arizona is one, Hawaii is one, Puerto Rico is one, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and there are actually a number of others. Globally, about 70 countries actually do it. And of course, there are way more than 70 countries on our beautiful planet. We have friends all over this beautiful planet. But 70 countries do it. So it's like, okay, well, that means it's something. And I was looking up, why did we start daylight savings time? And as I was looking, one of the things I found is they were like, yeah, with more daylight, we actually have less accidents on the road. And I'm like, I don't know if that's the reason. So I dug a little farther, and I got an answer from Google. So I didn't have to dig that far. But the answer from Google explains that it actually started around World War I as an attempt to conserve energy. And it actually started with Germany, and the United States followed shortly behind. And one thing that I did read, so as far as that being around World War I, and they're like, yeah, we need to do it to conserve energy. It's like energy, everything has changed quite a bit since World War I. So why are we still following that routine? But what they explain, and this is a good point, see, I'm on both sides of that fence. It was explained that there are still parts of the United States that without daylight savings time wouldn't see sunrise until like 9 a.m. And it's like, that is kind of